morning, YouTube. Look at this little beauty. Z9. Settling into a nice little burble. Just let it warm through a little bit. Aftermarket levers. Of course, this is not a new bike. This is a second-hand bike. It's a 2018. One of the earlier ones in candy tone orange. Looks superb. Really does give you that retro feel of the old Z9 and later the Zephyr. Well, here we are. First impressions are very comfortable. I think it's more comfortable than the Bonnie. It's got a much nicer seat than the Enfields. It's got a very fast idle when it first started up. We've got Mickey Mouse ear mirrors. I'm going to take a right here. Plenty of traffic about. So we'll razz up the lane. Thank you, sir. It's got a very, very fruity exhaust sound. It's got the full system, the Arrow. 4-into-1, cat delete. It sounds absolutely stonking. It's got a little bikini fairing round the clocks, quite understated, doesn't detract from the looks. Yeah, nice place to be. Easy up to 5th gear. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what we've got then. So, we got twin retro clocks, large speedo on the left, large tacho on the right, very conventional, beautiful looking. In the middle we got a little LCD, large gear indicator, which is a nice touch, fuel gauge down the left, temperature gauge down the right. We're in K-Track, which is the traction control setting 1. There's a large clock in the middle, and then we've got an Althogh. The bike's done 11,450 miles, so it's barely running. Nice bike, quite good engine braking downhill, getting a bit of a pop and a burble off the pipe. It's quite smooth on and off the throttle downhill. We'll see what it's like when we're in a lower gear. So we'll take a right. He's turning, we're away. No quick shifter on these, of course. It's back to basics riding. I think Kawasaki have done quite a good job, to be fair. Yeah, that exhaust note is quite... Here we go. That was a pull away in 5th gear from next to nothing. It's reasonably torquey. I know some 4-cylinder bikes you have to give them plenty of rev, but it's not bad. Up to 60. Nice wide bars, holds the line really well. It's running Michelin's Road 5s, I believe. As good as anything. Yeah, it's a nice place to be. So I'll just talk you through the switch gear and what it's aftermarket levers. We've got a remote reservoir on the front brake caliper, cable operated clutch. We've got a kill switch, simple start button. Over on the left we've got pass, high and low, on. Oh, there's an hazard warning as well. Indicators, pretty conventional, above the horn. Just have a look down the road, see what's happening. We're clear. I'll drop it into second and we'll give it a bit of a thrash. Yeah. You rip it up to 7,000-8,000 revs and it just takes off. Yeah, the fueling's good. There's no imperfections in the fueling. I wasn't quite sure when it had got the full system on whether it needed a remap or not, but to be honest it does feel pretty good. Proper retro with modern touches, you know, real lights, LEDs all round and all that. Far nicer place than some of the big hyper nakeds. I think I prefer this style of bike, but it's just got that little bit more go than things like the Enfield and the smaller Bonnie. I should imagine it's more along lines of the Speed Twin. Yeah, the Speed Twin's chucking out something similar, 120 odd brake, 110 brake. Yeah, it's nice. We'll do a little brake test in a bit, but there's plenty of time. I've got a nice spot on this road through Nankledra for a walk round. Just get the front to squeeze. Yeah, it's not too bad. Gearbox smooth, slicks down the box. Back in the first gear. Yeah, I find it comfortable. Back brakes, typical Kawasaki. Not a lot. It's ideal for steadying, U-turns, keeping the front end on the floor. And I suppose in conjunction with the front, it'll give you reasonable stopping power, but I wouldn't want to rely on it all round. Okay, so we'll get rolling again. Yeah, the fueling's pretty good on the downhill stretches. We'll just drop it down a gear. That exhaust note does make it a bit noisy, and I think if it had a quick shifter, I'm not sure you can get an aftermarket quick shifter for these. If it had a quick shifter, I think it would make you extremely noisy and naughty, sorry. I think it would make you extremely naughty. So there's first gear. Yeah, there's no throttle lag or nothing there. Thank you. He's going down the lane, must be a local. Not many people go down there, it's a bit narrow. So just coming into the National, here we go. Yeah, it takes off well, doesn't it? Back into third. The cushy gear, third gear. Third at 30 and nearly 3,000 revs. We've got an opening, what a wait. Yeah, shooters take off. Up to national speeds without even trying. Got a couple of tight bends coming up. Hard on the front. Third gear. Rock it in. Round we go. Back on the brakes. Yeah, it goes well. Here we go, see if we can get a walk round up here. Yeah, we got Michael's Mount in the distance. Easy to find neutral, easy to find side stand. Okay. Good morning YouTube, the Lofty Biker here. Finally managed to get my hands on a Kawasaki. We've got the Kawasaki Z900RS. Beautiful looking bike. I think it's been tangoed though. Anyway, let's turn the camera around and give you a little look at it. There we go. Candy orange. Look at that. What a lovely looking bike. Fly screen on the front. It's a lovely colour. It's like a orange with a burnt brown. It's got a lovely tinge in the paintwork, if you can see it. Beautiful. I'll come round and show you the pipe. Somebody's put a pipe on it. There we go. Arrow full pipe. It's got the cap delete on. 4-into-1. Very nice. Kawasaki badged up calipers on the front, radial calipers, remote reservoir on the top. There's the single stopper on the back. It's very original apart from the pipe and the little levers. So let's click the ignition on and have a look. There you go, not bad at all. Nice clocks. Very stylish indeed. Big tank, very smart. Mickey Mouse ear rolls, look at them, sticking out, big round ones, proper retro looking. So, let's have a bit of a talk about what exactly we got. From 2017, Kawasaki introduced the Z900RS. This is an 18 plate. Reigniting the classic style of the original Z900 a long time ago. Beautiful. It's a 948, not strictly a 900, it's a 948 liquid cooled 16 valve inline 4-cylinder. Tubular steel trellis frame, coming in at 215 kilos wet. I think that's pretty damn good, to be fair. 17 litres of fuel, 800mm seat height. Chucks out 110 brake horsepower at 8,500 revs. 73 foot-pound at 6,500 revs, starting at 10,649 pounds. Chain drive, 6-speed. It's got the K-Trek, KTRC, traction control, slip assist clutch, LED lighting, indicators all round. We're running standard 17-inch wheels front and back. Typical size 120/70 on the front and 180/55 on the rear. Horizontal shock with a pinion mount. Have a look. Little details are good, aren't they? Little details. It's nice how they've kept the water cooling, but they've kept the fins on the side. In general, not bad at all, is it? Let's get my helmet on and give it a bit of thrash. See you in a minute. Okay, away we go. So, slight downhill. We get up to 35, 40. Here we are, 40 mile an hour. Brakes on. Yeah, not bad at all. You have to give it a good hoof. Same again. Skate up to 40. Nobody about. Yeah. Yeah, typical Kawasaki back brake. There's not a lot there. So 40, we'll do both. Yeah, when you use both brakes together, you get a good stop. Yeah, that's quite intoxicating, that rort. It's a model I've not seen a lot of around Cornwall. I know we've got a Kawasaki dealership up the road. And on all accounts, everything they bring in, they tend to sell. But there's not many, I've not seen many roundabout. The finish on this for a 3-year-old bike's very good, but I know the owner does. He's pretty meticulous. He keeps it nice and clean. Always keeps, ooh, you don't need that much road, mate. Keeps it nice and clean. Always keeps the chain lubed up lovely. So here we go. Yeah, you can't fault the handling. Absolutely sublime. The slipper clutch works well. You can drop it down confidently into any gear. I dropped it down to second then. Away you come. You could play around all day in second to fourth. Catching a bit of traffic up, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a comfortable, nice place to be. I do like the shape of the seat. I do. Although it's a bench style seat, it's fairly wide, which I find makes it comfortable being so big. You know me, I'm huge. Or as we say in Cannock, huge. But I'm finding this very comfortable. I can understand why Billy bought it as an all-rounder, because you slap a couple of panniers on the back, a couple of throw-overs, a couple of Krieger throw-overs and a bit of a tail pack on the seat. You could easily tour on this with no problems at all. And then for the other 50 weeks of the year, you've got something enjoyable to play on. And plus the fact, every time you park it up, everybody's going to ask you, oh, that's a nice old bike, and you're going to have to say, no, it's not an old one, it's a new one, but it looks like an old one. That's great. Comfortable on the shoulders, nice wide bars, easy leverage. It's quite easy to ride slow and quite rorty when you give it a bit. We'll just drop down here through the centre of Gulfville and onto the dual carriageway, see what it's like at 70. Just take my time down here because I tend to cut this corner straight off. That's clear. Here we go. It's just that little bit cooler, it's lovely. Sun's burning through nicely now. Here we are. It's quite challenging finding some roads that are quiet at the moment because it's so busy everywhere. Must have been in neutral then. Third gear 30. Little bit of buzz, little bit of vibe through the bars, but not too much, not too intrusive. You do tend to get that high frequency vibration through the bars on 4-cylinder bikes, inline fours that is. Anyway, here we are on the dual carriageway. We're out. We'll just nip across a lane. Here we go, up to the National. Up to 70, no trouble. So there we are. 6th gear, 70 mile an hour. I'm getting absolutely no buffeting whatsoever. The wind noise is very bearable, no problem at all. And it doesn't feel as buzzy as it did at 35. Yeah, you could sit on the motorway. Not bad at all. Quite surprising because some naked bikes, when you put a little bit of an headlamp or bikini fairing on, you do tend to get quite a lot of wind. It's not bad. Let's just drop it down through the box, make it noisy. Can you hear that? No brakes at all, straight down to 30, 25. I'll just use a bit of brake now. So we'll give it a razz up the hill. Here we go. Yeah. Lovely, lovely bike. I would say, if you're in the market for a retro style bike, this is as good as I've ridden, to be honest. I say that about every bike, don't I? They're all good, you can't buy a bad bike. But if you've got an anchoring for the Kawasaki, you want something to look a bit retro, but go well, be reliable, you just can't fault this machine at all. It's lovely. I'll just nip past another one. I might be greedy and do 2. I'll do them all. Yeah, very tractable, the engine. Anything from 3 to 7.5 revs, it goes ever so well. I've just looked up, it red lines at 10. I don't think you'd need to give it 10,000 revs. But it's lovely. I'll just ease off at a touch, holding the national speed. Here we come up to the island. Shall we go around the island? Yeah, let's go around the island. Yeah, little bit snatchy there, but not bad. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed my video today on the Z9RS. I think it's a lovely bike, and if you are looking for a second-hand bike, you pick one of these up, 7-8 grand easy. A lot of bike for the money. Anyway, if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to watch some more of my videos, leave us a comment, and it's nice to chat. Anyway, this is becoming to Goldstidney. This is the Loftybiker saying ta-ra for now. Ta-ra!